Just a quick reminder guys, these narrations are best enjoyed with headphones on. Hey everyone, this week I review the latest addition to Rare's long-running series of brawlers. Does Rush have the instinct to ground our flight, or will airport security kick him out? Let's find out! UK-based developer Rare has been a powerhouse of the Xbox Game Studios brand. They've been involved within the development of cult classics such as GoldenEye for the N64, Killer Instinct, and the SNES classic Battletoads. This series of games is notoriously difficult. Don't believe me? Try getting the Beyond the Impossible achievement. To unlock this achievement, you have to complete an entire lap of the original entry of the series' most infamous Turbo Tunnel level. Good luck with that, guys! The original entry of the series was released in June 1991. This can be played via the Rare Replay collection on Xbox One. Recently, Battletoads character Rash has been a cameo in numerous games, for example the reboot of the classic beat-em-up game Killer Instinct. Earlier on this month, the series has undergone a much-needed reboot. In this game, our three protagonists, Rash, Pimple and Zitz, has been trapped in their own fantasy simulator bunker. They've locked themselves there for 25 years. Yep, our intergalactic heroes has been falling to modern-day obscurity. This game, they make their return to defeat their long-time enemy, the Dark Queen, to regain their reputation. Geez, being a cameo character and a popular fighting video game series not reputable enough for you? However, a mysterious alien race has taken control of the universe and stole the Dark Queen's powers. It is up to you to send those Tropians running back to their motherships. The accessibility scores are as follows. Visibility, give it 10. This game is very accessible for a colorblind player. Everyone but you and your friend, if you have him or her sitting next to you, playing with you, more on that in a minute, are the enemy. Also, you can set player icon to show above your character at all times. That way you can understand which player is controlling which Battletoad in the heat of battle. Next on the agenda, audibility given 8. Due to the comic book style of graphics and gameplay, every time that a character speaks, subtitles will display in speech bubbles similar to a comic or graphic novel, so you'll be able to understand what's being said, including every crude comment, as the story progresses. So a player with a hearing impairment should be able to play this game with no issues. Next up on the list, mobility, give it 10. This game can be played using a keyboard, although it's not recommended. You can also play with a controller. Also, the control layouts can be fully customized via the options menu, so a mobility impaired player can customize their controls to suit their impairments. However, certain actions, for example getting flies, which regenerate a portion of your health, requires 2 buttons. This can cause issues for a player with a mobility impairment, disadvantaging them in a very difficult game. Everything considered, a mobility impaired player will be able to play this game with few issues. Last but certainly not least, gameplay given 9.5. This game shows us that the brawler subgenre still has plenty of fight, pun intended, left in it. The combat is somewhat similar to Streets of Rage 4, but the difficulty slider was cranked up to 11. Similar to Dark Souls, you will die a lot in this game, but you will love every last minute of it. In summary, Battletoads is a very faithful remake of an all-time cult classic. It seems like Rare has taken the exact same approach to this game .emu done to Streets of Rage. They've replaced the basic sprite graphics and replaced them with beautiful hand-drawn graphics. The biggest criticism that I have is that this game has no multiplayer, so if you want to play this game with a friend, you will have to travel to his friend's house and play with him on the same couch co-op. There are certain achievements which require 3 players on the same game, which probably is going to be an absolute nightmare due to social distancing. With this game being on Xbox Game Pass, it would be criminal not to at least give this game a try, and the overall score is 93.75%. Before I go, there is something I would like to speak to you about. As you may have known, seasonal flu jabs will be available in the coming weeks and months. I do understand that the vaccination program is controversial, but we're facing a potential second spike during the winter. Can you tell me which time of year that the flu virus is likely to hit? Winter. So to prevent our NHS being overwhelmed, please get vaccinated. Should a possible second spike of coronaviruses on the horizon, the last thing that the NHS would want, it would be hospital wards accommodating people who've been struck by the flu virus as well. See you guys in the next review. Spartan Commander 1998, Rollout Spawn Company. Oh, and by the way, there's one last thing I want to show you. The general who wins the battle makes many calculations in his temple before the battle is fought. The general who loses makes but few calculations beforehand. Sin to Art of War. Throughout military history, in any army, no one is more important than the officer class, more specifically generals. For example, Napoleon Bonaparte, Ieyasu Tokugawa, and Alexander the Great. Cunning people who prefers to win battles with the mind as well as the sword. A strong sword arm rarely to never wins battles and conflicts. All the soldiers under his command look up to this person for leadership. This, my friends, is the basis of the next season of DGR, announcing today Autumnal Assault, starting September 1st, working right the way to November 5th. This is inspired by recent releases and upcoming games. For example, Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition releasing on the 15th of October, and really recently released Total War Saga Troy. This is a series of mainly strategic and tactical games to tax our brains to ensure that the leaves on the trees are not the only things that's falling this year. I can also reveal to you what the first review of Autumnal Assault is going to be. It is going to be Chris Taylor's 2007 RTS masterpiece, Supreme Commander. Right company, prepare for deployment September 1st, 2020.